I got it all on
You
camera.
don't have to have a prescription.
That car goes into the ditch at your driveway, and then Travis keeps rolling. The next thing I see, there's a dude laying in the middle of the road with his arm up in the air. Travis has to swerve around.
Okay, we're good.
He hit it with his motorcycle, didn't
No, he hit the car.
he?
Yeah, the car hit the deer, and then the motorcycle hit the car.
Motorcycle hit the deer.
No, the car hit the deer, and then the motorcycle hit the car. Yeah. Yeah. I got it on camera. Okay. Yeah.
Who was the boy in the motorcycle?
Weichel from Petersburg.
Did you have a good vacation?
It's a,
Good. Okay, we'll go ahead and call the calendar meeting to order, please, at 4:34.
I believe everybody's heard it from Mr. Harper, but I'll go through it again. School calendar, also known as the academic calendar, is a schedule outlining key dates and events for the school year. The purpose is to provide a structured framework for the school year covering key academic events, holidays, and administrative deadlines. Those key elements are the start and end dates, holidays and breaks, instructional days, and non-instructional days. The importance is the planning, the organization, the communication, which provides clear and consistent information to all stakeholders. It was, last year was brought to us for the first time with some LSIC letters, and the board's guidance wanted us to create our own in-county calendar committees. So on their request, we went to the principals. The principals, it was upon them to create their own calendar committee. On those calendar committees, all had some had a couple. We have admin, professional, service, students, and parents as makeups of some of those calendar committees. It was on each school to meet at their own time. We gave them guidance for creation, guidance for deadlines, and we provided oversight within it. Inside the West Virginia Department of Ed site, there are a bunch of rules. Some of those rules, well, I can give you all of them. The instructional term has to be 180 days. It has to be at least 200 days, excluding salaries on the employment term. It cannot exceed 48 weeks and cannot span more than 48 5-day weeks. If equivalent time option is chosen, up to 5 professional learning days may be scheduled. The employment term must include exactly 20 non-instructional days. Non-instructional days include exactly 7 holidays, 6 out-of-school environment or OS days. Up to 2 OS days may occur on or before the 130th instructional day. The non-instructional days must include 2 prep days for school opening and closing and exactly 1 prep day for school opening and closing. Non-instructional days must include exactly 1 prep for school opening closing day that occurs after the last day of the instructional term and on or before the last day of the employment term. There must be at least 6 faculty senate days. The first faculty senate must occur in the first month. The last faculty senate meeting must occur in the last month or on or before the last day of employment. At least 1 faculty senate meeting must occur in the following months, October, December, February, and April. And all graduation dates must be filled in and occur on or after the 175th instructional day. If we remember, that was the big change that they had made last year to all the rules. You can have up to 40 out of calendar days that can be scheduled. With that, the county came up with 5 different calendars that we put to a county vote. It came back, I believe there's only 1 vote for any other one. It ended up being calendar 5. Calendar 5 is the one that you see that has a start date of August the 20th. The Grant and Pendleton have voted on and has gone in is the one that starts on August the 11th. I've also gone and I've made differences to both of these calendars just real quick. Grant Pendleton, start date is 8/11, Hardy County 8/20. Student start date would be 8/15 for Grant Pendleton and August 27th for Hardy County. Last day of the first semester for Grant Pendleton is December 19th, and for Hardy County would be January 21st. Christmas break for the Grant County Pendleton would be December 19th through January 2nd, and Hardy County would be December 23rd through January 5th. Spring break is exactly the same for both calendars. What they do on the Hardy County, the OS days are March 30th through April 2nd, and April 3rd and April 6th. Graduation dates are listed at the bottom of each calendar. Last day for students for Grant County would be May 27th. For Hardy County would be June 4th. The last day for staff at Grant County is June 1st, and for Hardy County would be June 9th. So if we put it to a vote, each one of those will be voted on. Dr. Van Meter is going to put it into her survey where we make sure that only each person can vote one time. I think we decided a minute ago, I think you said the 28th would be our last day to vote. We can put it in tomorrow and they'll have until the 28th. They'll have access to it. Then from that point, the next meeting, hopefully we'll have which calendar they voted on and we can approve it and get it uploaded to us. Questions, concerns?
I personally continue with the concern of the different start dates. And I know we talked last time about getting the VOTEC students to go early. And I hope they realize how important that is. And hope that they do it. Nothing says we can't do anything to them if they don't.
Well, if the Hardy County calendar passes, I feel confident that we will put the information out to every student that signs up for it. And they'll know ahead of time what the expectation is and the hours. And, yeah. So on our end, we'll make sure that it goes. But I honestly, after talking to different individuals, I'm 50-50 on it right now. I really am.
Mr. Shook, when you go to the vocational, do they give the attendance by county for the vocational students? Because usually they
have, not all the time.
Usually they attend VOTEC more so than they do school.
Yeah, the kids that sign up usually really
they
enjoy being there.
enjoy going up there.
Yeah, the only issue is starting
Right, is getting
10
to
days or
having,
so before
Yeah.
and being out 10 days or so before we.
they'd have to provide their own
20 days there that they won't.
provide their own transportation to get there too, to get to.
I think we can provide a bus.
You think so? To pick them up? Okay.
Yeah,
I can't imagine many kids coming in 10 days.
No, you wouldn't have anybody.
But in the end, if they weren't seniors, couldn't we do some sort of mini course for them at the high school? Couple mini courses or something?
It would be hard
How?
to do that for a vocational, under a vocational setting.
Right.
It's more difficult, because that's more hands-on, the vocation, you know what I'm saying, it's more hands-on. And they would enjoy it, because that's what they're trying to get away from, what they Josh.
Yes.
yeah, if that's the calendar that passes, we'll just have to get with those kids and explain that they're attending now, but won't be attending these half days later. Like basically they're trading off dates, half of their days when we'll be in school for half days when they won't be, and that's the way it would have to go. It's gonna work. And I don't know either how successful it would be.
Well, we'll just have to see,
We'll
and
just
if
have to
it's
see.
not successful, then we'll have to adopt their calendar.
And there's a possibility we may not even have to worry about it. And we're 50-50, truly.
Yeah, we may end up with the other calendar. Yeah, which will be interesting. Thanks, John. We'll get that out to vote tomorrow. Already have the pictures uploaded of the two different calendars. I'm gonna use his explanation and put with each one too, so folks don't have to try to sort through, but thank you.
You're welcome.
Interesting to see how many actually vote on
Yeah, Yeah, and we'll be able to tell who doesn't vote. I really like the idea of doing it electronically, because it'll tell us exactly who voted
did.
what. So we'll be able to pull a list of, you know, who didn't vote at all and who did vote which schools. We'll get a percentage per school.
You'll bring those numbers up then.
Absolutely. Yep, I'll bring them to you. And I'm gonna put a thing on there. Don't let me forget to do that. I need to add that section where they tell us what school they're from. So we can make them choose, you know, central office bus driver or each of the 6 schools. So we'll be able to get a percentage of groups of who votes from each school. So that'll help too.
I think it's important for them to understand that spring break weekend, they go to school this year. That is available if we miss too many days.
Yes.
Plan accordingly.
Yes.
Mine's in the shed.
And we can decide going into next year too, as part of this, we can also, as a board, you all can say, we want it to just be set up front that the first day that they miss, that's outside of those days that we get, it happens spring break, we can do that. Like, we can establish that before the year even starts, and then there's no voting, there's no question, you know, we can roll right into it that way, if that's what you guys want to do for next year. So we can try to decide that.
The last day we're adding at the end of the school year this year is only a half day, I believe, anyway, so you know they're not going to know anything.
Well, what happened is there was the last day of school was a half day anyhow. It just got shifted, so the day before is a full day now. So they still only have one half day. It's just got moved
Right.
to the end. The full day comes in before that. So I think that, and I had some folks reach out that were confused about that too, but we really just
Yeah. I
moved
understand
it to the end. Yeah, I know you do, but I know for other purposes, like, we aren't having to.
But that last day
That's
is
what
as
people thought.
important as it is earlier in the year, for sure.
And we can do that if you all want while we're doing the whole calendar thing next time around. We can just establish when that'll be and then it'll be done. We can tell everybody up front.
That isn't a bad idea, everybody knows right up front that way.
We can say, this is when we're making up any missed days. We'll start with this day here and move forward. We can do that up front if that's what you guys want to do.
Something to consider.
And it's already done and you don't have to try to do it if needed.
Okay, is there any other business for this?
Motion to adjourn?
Have a motion and a second on the floor. All those in favor of adjournment signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And we're adjourned 5:00 at
You see, go together.
4:45.